Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, Buddy Second Chance Rescue is here with some special athletes looking for the Lombardi Trophy. And later, OLV Elementary is here with details on their big Super Saturday event. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. The following segment of Daytime Buffalo is sponsored by Earthwise Pet Hamburg. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Well, the Buffalo Bills may not be in the Super Bowl this year, but there's one competition where Western New York is being represented on February 8th. And joining us now to introduce us to these very special athletes is Julie Starr from Buddy Second Chance. Tell us who you brought in today.
Yeah, hi, Chelsea. Thanks for having us. So today we have two athletes who are going to be in the Puppy Bowl on Animal Planet, and they're both Buddy Second Chance Rescue alumni, so it's very exciting. Today we have, this is Josh Howland,
right,
and then we have Pickles.
Okay. Pickles, you didn't get quite as fun of a name as
I think
Josh
Pickles
Howland.
is fine. It's fine just by itself.
I do too. Okay, let's talk more about this Puppy Bowl and how impactful it is to have Buddy Second Chance dogs being a part of it.
Yeah, so this is actually our 5th year. We were the very first Western New York rescue or shelter to be invited to partake in the Puppy Bowl, which everybody knows it's a national-wide competition. Over millions of people watch it every year. So to have a little local rescue from Buffalo, New York partake in that for the 5th year this year is pretty exciting.
Absolutely. Now, a lot of people might be wondering how the selection process works and how these dogs get picked.
Yeah, so actually they send us an age raid where the dogs have to be born between a certain date, and basically what we do is kind of send them like a profile picture of the dogs we have that meet that requirement, and then they select them based on what they're looking for as far as size, age, breed, color. You know, they want a variety of different animals out on the floor.
That's right. Okay, so Josh Howland was actually included in the popularity contest.
Yeah, so this year he was entered in the popularity contest where people were able to go online and vote, and he did make it to the final 8.
Oh my goodness!
He did, so that was super exciting. And a few years ago, we had Josh Allen Hound was also in the popularity contest, and he won it. So it's been pretty exciting.
Really exciting stuff. Now, Jeff, tell us how it feels to see Pickles be able to participate in something like this.
Oh, we're very excited. My wife is a pre-K teacher, John Pound in Lockport, and he's going to come in special guest
with the whole students. School. Oh my gosh!
So it's going to be a big shindig and everything.
Yes.
All our family and friends are really excited.
How long ago did you adopt Pickles?
August.
Okay.
I don't remember the date, but sometime in August we did.
Okay, really exciting.
So
what was it about Pickles that drew you to him and seemed like?
Well, my wife was on there and she loved him from the get-go. And she says, I got it. And then he met our older dog, Baxter. We just lost a puppy. Well, older dog. But those two hit it off, and the rest was history.
Okay.
They love each other.
And now look at you. You got a star on your hand. See, this is why you should go and rescue a dog, because you might just have the next star right there.
That's right.
Now, obviously, this is a fun competition, and we don't know how it ends until the Super Bowl day, but you guys already recorded it, right?
Yes, it is pre-recorded, and, you know, it's amazing to see the hundreds of dogs that are there filming, and then when you watch the actual Puppy Bowl to see it all broken down and what they do with the magic of it, it's really cool.
Jeff, you've been able to go with Julie every year, right? What's it like for you seeing these dogs shine?
Oh, it's very cool, you know, with the different rescues from all over the world come in, and there's dogs from Alaska, there's dogs from I think there was one from Hawaii one time.
Oh, wow.
And it's also cool is a lot of the crew is actually from Buffalo and Western New York, so like meeting them year after year and kind of making relationships with them is really neat.
Oh yeah, when we walk in, they're like, Julie and Jeff are here. Like, we become very close with a lot of the people who are there, and it's a fun day. It's a long day.
Yeah.
Taping is very long, but I mean, they make it so enjoyable, and the dogs have a blast. They get to play with all the other dogs, and you know, it's a really good time and a super great experience, and it's great notoriety for our organization.
Right.
You know, because once you're watching it, you know, they actually put on the screen like this dog's from Buddy Second Chance Rescue in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty exciting. You know, We don't adopt outside of Western New York, so I wouldn't say that it helps so much with adoptions, but still to sit there and see your dogs on TV.
Yeah.
You know, last year we did an interview. They did a bunch of videos with us that was aired, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, my co-host is very talkative.
Yes, that's why his name is Josh Howland.
But it does more than just something cool, because what you're doing with Buddies is really making a huge impact in the Western New York community. You know better than anyone about how these shelters locally, and you rescue from or take dogs in from other places and other communities.
Yeah, you know, we're facing an animal crisis in the last few years here. It was kind of a perfect storm after COVID. They cleared the shelters, but then people went back to work and weren't able to handle, you know, their dogs with having separation anxiety and things like that. And then the economy comes into play and people's housing situations, and we've seen such an uptick in people surrendering their animals that when we first started the organization 13 years ago, you didn't have this type of crisis here in Western New York, but now we're seeing it even here locally in the last few years. So we've kind of had to shift gears from helping our partners not only in the South, but now also taking in dogs locally also, which we're more than happy to do. We help our City of Buffalo Animal Shelter, our local DCOs. We've been taking dogs, having them fly in from Puerto Rico. We have 3 coming in tomorrow night. So we just really try to help wherever we're needed. You know, as being a foster-based organization and not a shelter, that we can only take for what our foster homes are able to do, because at our organization, when you foster, you get to pick the dog that suits your family.
Right.
So, you know, if you have a dog that you're trying to surrender that may not be a fit for one of our foster families, unfortunately, we can't take that dog because we don't have a shelter to put the dog.
Right.
But we do try to help everywhere we can. We try to offer training advice if people are in need of food, toys, treats. You know, if they don't want to surrender their dog because of those items, we're able to help with that, and we want to be able to keep the dogs in their homes.
Okay, all righty, good stuff happening for Buddies. The good work you're doing is now going to be amplified. So if you want to root on Pickles and Josh Howland in this year's Puppy Bowl, you can tune into Animal Planet on February 8th. And as always, if you want to learn more about any of the animals available at Buddies Second Chance, you can visit buddiesrescue.org. This segment is sponsored by Earthwise Pet Hamburg. Thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.